Continuing on within the AI generation tool, I want to discuss some of the tools that we have on the left-hand side of the screen. First up, we have the number of images, which you can go ahead and toggle from 1 to 8. I tend to keep this on 4. It's something that I'm commonly used to with DALL-E and Midjourney. So I'll just go ahead and collapse this section. Moving on, we have a whole assortment of tools relating to alchemy and magic. We'll ignore this for now. It's something that I will cover as we continue within this course. Now, what I actually want to focus on is image dimension. So to do this, let's go ahead and insert a more robust prompt. So I've got design a portrait of a male futuristic astronaut with a sleek and advanced spacesuit and equipment. Inspired by movies like Gravity and Interstellar, the portrait should highlight the astronaut's courage, curiosity, and sense of adventure. 3D render, octane render, intricately detailed cinematic. Let's go ahead and hit generate. So Leonardo's given our 4 images back. They look relatively okay. However, there's a lot here that we haven't applied in regards to the tools that we have available for us. So just to help, I'm going to go ahead and prompt generate portrait of a male futuristic astronaut, hit ideate. And I quite like this third prompt that Leonardo has given us, a surrealistic, dreamlike portrait of a male futuristic astronaut with a surrealistic, ethereal atmosphere. I'm going to go ahead and hit generate. Fairly decent, especially compared to our initial prompt. I do tend to find that the prompt itself does matter. However, I do feel like the model and the tools that you use are just as important. So over to the left-hand side, I'm going to turn off prompt magic. Go ahead and hit generate again. And you genuinely can see the difference where prompt magic is applied. However, like I said, we will go into more detail where prompt magic is concerned in a later lesson. So image dimensions. Each model that you use has a recommended dimension. Therefore, if I was to change any of the image dimension that's currently here related to the Dream Sharper version 7 model, which is a fine-tuned model of Stable Diffusion's version 1.5 model, the resolution it runs on is 640 by 832. Now, if I was to go ahead and click on 1024 by 1024, you'll notice I get an exclamation mark pop up next to the image dimensions. And essentially what that is telling us that this model has not necessarily been trained to that upscaling or that resolution. So if I take this prompt and regenerate with the new dimensions that I've specified, we may not necessarily get the type of image that we're after, although the results back are not necessarily that bad. However, if you really mess around with the aspect ratio and the image dimensions, you can get all sorts of weird results. For example, an elongated head. So it's always best to stick to the recommended resolution. And as you can see, once I move these sliders back, it's a 3:4 aspect ratio, 640 by 832, as specified over here in the model selection area. Now, if I change the model to Leonardo Diffusion, you can see that the recommended resolution is 1024 by 1024. And of course, Leonardo automatically ensures that you have the right image dimensions.